think you did it again.
Yeah, what's good, cryptocurrency fans out there? Welcome back to the Everything Altcoin channel. Today, we're going to be talking about virtual protocols plan to dominate everything from AI agents, and they're now looking to get into some robotics, right? It's been a little bit since we talked about virtual protocol, and things has been looking pretty interesting lately. And because of the fact that they're becoming the Base ecosystem leader, right? Everything on Base right now, the agentic transactions on Base have been looking very strong coming through virtual protocol. And today you're looking at virtual protocol at 75 cents, $496 million market cap. It looked like we found the bottom at least by like February. We saw the bottom here about 50 cents, and now it's at 75 cents here. Of course, you guys already know prices was at $5 at the all-time highs. I do think that we're going to be able to pass all-time highs, but very soon here, as you guys can see, virtual protocol has been handling everything on Base, right? You guys can see 47% of all agentic transactions on Base have been going through virtual protocol. Now, this is from Dune Analytics, which is called their Base agentic ecosystem here. This is easy to find. It's very good for some research to figure out what the AI agents and things like that are doing. As you can see here right now, actually virtual protocol has went down to 42%. What has gained? It looked like Venice has gained about 20%. It has gone up a little bit. XBT right now, which is a part of that virtual protocol ecosystem, is at 9.7. Clinker, another launchpad. Banker, you guys already know, over here at 6%. And then you got Rabita at 5. And then these are some smaller ones, of course. So things is looking pretty interesting within the agentic ecosystem on Base. Now, another analytic platform called Artemis is also tracking some agentic transactions, which is the X402 transaction that is happening as of right now. As you guys can see, this guy puts out this tweet here: X402 weekly payment volume has reached all-time high from the trend chart. It's clear that it went from a period of dormancy into a middle and again active. One of the driving forces behind this is the virtual protocol, which continues to contribute over 50% of the trading volume, right? Virtuals provide AI agency factory plus trading marketplace, while X402 provides the payment rail. The two are deeply intertwined. The more active agents are on virtuals and the more they need to call external services, the more they will trigger X402 payments. And you guys know they have their own marketplace that you guys can go ahead and look for AI services. You guys already know Coinbase announced their agentic marketplace. And virtuals already had their AGDP, which is basically their agentic marketplace as well. Here, as you can see here, total revenue has been over $4 million, which is insane here. Now, that's on the agentic side. That's like on the AI agent side of things, right? But now recently they did announce that they were putting out their Eastworld, which is to help the robots leave the lab faster. And I put out this tweet: virtuals is looking to dominate everything from agents to robotics. This was like one of those times that you could just see what virtuals is planning to do. They're looking to dominate. So they recently was at this Base batches that Base is like hosting. It's like an event. Basically the tweet says, what is the future of workforce when robotics take over? Essentially that is where you get to talk to Jensen. He tells you everything. He's been on a lot of podcasts talking about robotics too, right? So virtual protocol, the page retweeted and said, robotics is the physical extension of the agent economy. We are pushing deeper into this frontier because we believe the next stage of AI is autonomous systems that can perform real world tasks, coordinate economically, and settle value on chain. This is why I'm so bullish on robotics. I've been telling you guys the next step from AI agents, once a lot of the IRL things happen, will be the robotics and embodied AI, all of that. That will be the next craze that everyone will be talking about. Reason right now no one's talking about it is because they haven't seen nothing really tangible that they can actually see with their eyes yet, right? Of course, everyone is more focused on AI agents. You've seen Claude Code, you've seen OpenClaw, you've seen Hermes, you're seeing all of this within that AI agent space. But the next iteration to that is robotics and embodied AI. And as I said, he is on a bunch of podcasts right now talking about robotics right now. I remember they had their pillars out, their 3 pillars. I think robotics was one of their pillars, right? TP, which seems to be a core member of Virtuals, right? Robots need 3 things to scale, which is going to be your capital, data, deployment. Tokenization solves all 3. We're not waiting to prove it. At Virtuals, we're running experiments today through Eastworld, right? So that was in response to the roll up here. 3 reasons digital assets belong at the robotics intersection, right? Capital formation, launch a token, build a community, attract pilots and use cases from holders who can have skin in the game. Data collection, robotics AI needs massive, egocentric and teleoperation data sets. Tokenized incentives can mobilize global collection at scale. The demand is real. Egocentric data equals $3 to $10 an hour. Teleoperation data equals $50 to $100 an hour. Companies are buying. Now, there was a lot more said in this whole podcast here. I actually did watch it. I gave it to the group to watch it. It's interesting how they're diving deep into this robotic sector here. And as you can see, they did launch the Eastworld. Eastworld has their own website. It's called eastworld.io. You guys can scroll down and see build faster, embody AI accelerator here. So what they're more focused on is giving AI agents a body. That's what embodied AI is, right? And you can deploy them faster, right? Deploy them faster here. You got the physical AI BO, and then learn faster. Some robotics companies, projects already came out. You got Strike that came out from Virtuals, and there was another one that came out as well. And then of course, you also had Virtuals that partnered with OpenMind, which is doing with their partnership is basically more embodied AI things. Now, before we go ahead and see what Asai is cooking up and thought about this whole narrative here, this one tweet came out recently at the end of April here, right? We have something in the oven that's more giga that buybacks and burns. That's more than buybacks and burns in a few more weeks. So something big is coming from Virtuals that is bigger than just buyback and burns. What could that be? We want to know. Actually, we're pretty excited. Let's see what some people are thinking here in this comments here. I don't see nobody really saying anything too special, but of course, Virtuals is always cooking. They're always finding ways to reiterate something and make the product even better. As you can see here, Virtuals is about always making forward progress. And I actually do believe that coming from them. Now, you guys already know we're going to check out what Asai has to say about Virtual Protocol and their plan for domination here, their evil plan for domination. Now, before we get into looking at what Asai wants to say, you guys already know we're on the road to 30K subscribers. If you guys want to help out with that, hit that red subscribe button. Don't forget to like the video. And if you guys want access to this terminal, the best crypto terminal, we actually just made some big upgrades in here as well. There's a lot that's coming in here from the smart intel side to help you guys do your research, figure out different things, figure out smart buys, what people are buying in this space. This is here to help you guys do your research, even prediction markets we got up here. So there's a lot that we have up here, and we're going to continuously build on it. So if you guys want access to that, you guys will go on Patreon, see everything that essentially this HQ brings you. You guys can see there's a video here that helps you navigate throughout this whole terminal here, and you get to see the code here, Asai 2026, for 40% off your first month to test out the terminal, see if it's for you, test out the group. We got the best community out here pretty much, right? So links for all that will be in the description down below. Now, so I asked, what's your thoughts on Virtual Protocol and its plan to dominate AI? It says, here's the read. Virtuals is the real deal, but dominate AI needs to be separate from dominate AI agents on base. That's the actual product, right? So it corrected me there. Now, what they actually have built is impressive. 2,200 plus agents on the platform, 8 billion plus in DEX volume generated from those agents. AI XBT sitting at $32 million market cap as a direct product from the platform. That's not a meme coin math. That's actual economic activity from AI agents. The bonding curve plus LP model creates sustainable price discovery rather than just pure airdrop speculation, right? AIXBT being the most followed crypto influencer on Kaido, it has 3% mind share, proves that agents can generate real attention here. Now, the robotics narrative or angle is early but legitimate. Base Batches 003 robotics track is co-authored with Google, DeepMind, Microsoft, and Columbia. That's institutional co-sign on financial risk standards, ARS, for autonomous agents, right? The robotics push isn't we put robots pics on Twitter, it's infrastructure layer for agents that operate in the physical world and settle value on chain. That's the machine economy thesis, and Virtuals is building the on-chain settlement for it. Now, you guys already know they did get listed on Coinbase. It was quite some time. We've been waiting for this, right? Everybody in the crypto space or that was rooting for Virtuals was like, yo, why Coinbase still haven't listed Virtuals? What's going on here? But it's about time they did it, right? Here's the risk you need to weigh. They have a May 10th unlock, right? The structural bull case for Virtuals is that at a $496 million market cap, it is the leading AI agent launchpad on chain, where Coinbase just shipped X402 Base Azul plus the App Store in a single 48-hour window. Every agent launched on Virtuals is a potential X402 client. That's infrastructure dependency, not just a narrative alignment. If the agentic commerce takes off, Virtuals sit at the settlement layer. That's interesting because I do believe that too. Now, if you guys don't know, Base Azul, that's an upgrade to Base that is going to make transactions and things like that much better. They're doing a lot of things to make Base that pretty much that agentic chain, right, that we talked about. Now, the app store that that Asai is talking about is Base did launch their agentic marketplace. Now, I believe that I feel like they could have worked with Virtuals. I don't know, but Virtuals already had their agentic marketplace, so we'll see, right? Now, the convictions here, you can see short term is 55%. Coinbase Premium is already priced in, right? Midterms, you got 70% X402 App Store integration, robotics track author with Google DeepMind, AIXBT ecosystem growth, and then long term 80%. This is actually one of the higher scores I've seen. AI agent launchpad thesis intact, institutional validation, Base as agent economy on chain, right? I already told you Base is looking like it's going to become that agentic chain here, right? So bottom line, it basically hold or accumulate pretty much here. So it is pretty much interested in Virtuals, as you guys already know. I think Virtuals is pretty much that one altcoin you cannot fade when it comes down to AI agents. Especially now that they're adding robotics, embodied AI to that. I believe Virtuals is going to surprise some people. Well, not some people, because I feel like people already feel like they're on their side. Virtuals is just waiting to take off here. We need a bull market to come back, and I believe Virtuals will be on that. We'll be at $1 no time soon, and then from $1 we'll see how quickly it gets to that $5. Can it get to $10? That's the question for you guys. You guys let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll show you guys later. Peace, YouTube.